Everyone, today we are going to make berry jelly, and we are going to process this jelly in baby food jars. And I'm going to show you today how you can make berry jelly, and you can put them in baby food jars and they will actually seal, that they will be shelf stable. Stay tuned. So here's a hodgepodge of some of the berries that I got over the winter time. These are red raspberries for 99 cents. And then I had two really small packs of strawberries. I'm just going to add that to the mix because it's not going to do any harm and I need to use them up. And then here's some more for 99 cents. So let's get started in making our berry jelly. On this episode of Homestead Tessie, we're going to make raspberry jam. But we're going to can our jam in baby food jars. Yep, you heard it right. We're going to can these in baby food jars and they're going to seal. Have you ever given a gift of jam to a friend and never got your jar back? Yeah, that's happened to me many times. This is a unique way of giving a gift that's sealed in a jar, and it doesn't matter if you don't get the jar back. But you have to follow what I do very closely if you want to get your jars to seal. Come follow me and we'll get started on the recipe. The recipe is your typical recipe. It is 5 cups of fruit, 7 cups of sugar, and 1 box of Churn gel. So let's get started. This is fun. Make sure all your baby food jars are washed, and we put them in the oven on the lowest setting. And they're going to stay in the oven up until the time that we fill them. What you want to do is put all of your lids in a cup like this and bring some water to a boil. And you want to put the water in these lids. The key is your lids and your jars have to be as hot as possible. Now a disclaimer, this is not USDA approved, but this is jam and jelly. This recipe cannot be used for anything other than jam and jelly. Because of the high content of sugar, botulism is not a concern when you are canning an item as like this. And the sugar is very high content, so it's very high, so I have never had any spoilage processing it this way. But let me repeat, this is only for jams and jellies to be used as a baby food jars. Do not try to can or process anything else in baby food jars that aren't like jam or jelly high sugar content. First thing we need to do is we need to measure out exactly 5 cups of fruit. That is exactly 5 cups of fruit. We are going to add 1 box of Churn gel, which on the package, if you buy it in bulk like I do, it shows 6 tablespoons. We add the Churn gel first with the fruit before we add the sugar. Give it a good stir, and to this we are going to boil it. We are going to boil it to a boil that cannot be stirred down. And once you boil it to that can't be stirred down, that's when you add your 7 cups of sugar. You will also add a little dab of butter to keep it from foaming. You will again stir it for 1 minute until it is the consistency of jelly. And then I'm going to show you the secret of canning in a baby food jar out of the hot oven. The jars are hot, the lids are hot, and the jam is hot. If this is something you don't want to try, go ahead and use regular jelly jars. But this is something I like to do, and it is another way of saving money. What we're going to do is you're going to follow my instructions closely because we are doing it different than when we would be canning in a regular jar. You're going to fill your jar with jam, but you're going to leave a good inch of airspace. You want to have airspace because we want to create a vacuum that our jar lids will seal. Wipe your jar just like you would a canning jar. Take one of your lids out of the hot water Put your lid on top, straight down, and give it a turn. One turn to the left. And put it to the side, because we're not finished yet. We're not going to can these anymore. This is it. This is open kettle canning. The old timers did it all the time. Grandmas still do it today. This is how we're doing it. Take your jelly, your hot jar, leave headspace. Wipe your jar, put your lid straight down. It's going to be very hot. Give it 1/4 turn to the left. Just like that. And we're going to keep doing it until I have all my jars filled. And then I'm going to show you the last step into making this. Make sure you have headspace. Make sure, do not fill them full if you're going to do this recipe with baby food. If you're doing regular canning jars, you do it the regular way, but this is because it's baby food jars. Put your lid straight down, 1/4 turn to the left. If you don't trust the sealing this way, you can always put these in the freezer. That's another thing you can do. But once the thing is sealed, it's sealed. It's just sealed, and it's jelly. It's high sugar content. You will not have any problems. But if you are the kind that do not like anything adventurous, then go ahead and use a regular jelly jar and can it that way. And I'm going to show you what I do the last step when all the jars are full. Jelly jars are full now. This is the last step, which is very, very important. And this is only if you have lids that have the button top. So they click, you can hear them. This way you know for sure that they are sealed. After you have the lids on them, the heat is going to try to push your lids up because it has a lot of rubber backing. These actually seal better than other jars because they have so much rubber inside them for a good seal. What you want to do is immediately after you fill them, you want to get a cake pan full of water, and you want to put that cake pan directly on top of your jars to keep the weight down. Now I don't have enough to do all of my jars, so I'm going to have to get another pan. I'll get another pan and fill it with water and do it that way. You're going to keep this on for a couple hours. You're going to hear them seal, and then you know they're sealed. If you have any that do not seal, all you have to do is throw them in the freezer or throw them in the refrigerator and eat them fresh. But this is a wonderful way of using baby food jars for jam only, and using jars that have the button lids. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. All right, I just want to show with you that some of them sealed, most of them sealed. See, the button is down. Go like this, you can't feel it. This one actually even really sealed very well, which was great. So that one's sealed. These little ones sealed as well. Now I want to show you what it looks like if it didn't seal. I had 3 of them that didn't seal. See that? They didn't seal. And these I'm just going to throw in the freezer, which is great because I like frozen ones too. That one didn't seal, and this one didn't seal. But then, do you guys remember the baby bottle? The bottle formula? That sealed perfect. So I'm really happy about that. So that one sealed too. But I have 3 of these that didn't seal. These were not the Gerber baby jars. The Gerber works a lot better, but I had 4 of them here that didn't seal. So, but I wanted to show you the Gerber I always get to seal. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but this one did. Sealed perfect. So I don't need to put that in the freezer. I can keep that in the pantry. And look how nice and thick it is. You see that? I'm very happy. See, I just wanted to show you what it looked like. It took about 7 hours, and they sealed. You could really hear them popping. So it works out great. And I can't believe that this baby bottle one sealed. It's pretty cool. All right. See you guys.